You reincarnated as a scruffy little bird, and all you wanted was to kick back and chill in the nest. But the second your brother hatched, the first thing he did was shove you off a bottomless cliff. Lucky for you, you accidentally unlocked the lazy cultivator system. Just by doing nothing, your power keeps leveling up, and it even comes with a mind-reading feature. Turns out both your siblings are reincarnations of legendary beings. Your little brother was the devouring demon lord in his past life, and your little sister is the destined empress. Just then, the egg next to you cracks open with a snap, and out pops a tiny jet black bird. The second it hatches, it's already squawking like crazy. You didn't even need to look to know this was your demon lord little brother. The moment he broke out of his shell, his scheming thoughts beamed straight into your head. In my past life, I was the almighty devouring demon lord, taken down by backstabbers and reborn as some trashy little bird. So what? Once I reclaim my power and return to the top, every last one of you will pay. You just wanted to roll your eyes. This dude has main character syndrome even after reincarnating. Seriously? Meanwhile, you were still chilling inside your egg. The shell had one tiny crack, just enough to peek at the outside world. It's not that you couldn't break out, you just couldn't be bothered. In your last life, you grinded yourself to death. School, then work, 996, 007, all of it just normal life. And in the end, you literally worked yourself into an early grave. So this life, you swore, not even God himself could make you hustle again. And then you actually went and unlocked the lazy cultivator system. The beauty of this thing? As long as you just lay there doing absolutely nothing, your spiritual energy keeps skyrocketing. And the higher your level, the faster it grows. It's literally built for you. Why would you ever move again? Chilling in your egg has never felt so good. But the last thing you expected was your demon lord brother causing chaos the second he hatched. His inner monologue started up again, this time with a cold edge. On the path of cultivation, it's survival of the fittest. Resources must be taken by force. Right now, the most critical resource is food. To get the mother bird to feed me more, I have to eliminate every single sibling and take this nest for myself. That egg over there is already cracking. Whoever's inside is almost out. Sorry, but for the sake of my domination, a little fratricide means nothing. You're first. Before he even finished talking, you watched that little black bird throw everything he had into pushing your egg toward the edge. Outside the nest is a straight-up bottomless drop. One fall and you're a pancake. Gotta hand it to him. Even as a newborn, this dude is ruthless. You're roasting him in your head. Bro, look at your tiny little body, then look at my size. Are you seriously delusional right now? You weren't even slightly worried. Because while you'd been laying there, your spiritual energy had been through the roof, and so had your body. Still inside the egg, but already 3 times the size of that little black bird. Him trying to push you was like an ant trying to move a mountain. What the? Why is this egg so heavy? The little black bird pushed until his face turned purple. You didn't budge an inch. Eventually, he gave up and sulked in the corner, questioning his entire existence. Right at that moment, another voice popped up in your head. This one was cool and commanding. Straight up queen energy. Interesting. This little black bird actually understands survival of the fittest. Must be a powerful reincarnation. But compared to me, not even close. I am the destined empress, born with the ability to sense the power of any soul. That biggest egg? The spirit inside is getting stronger every single second. Definitely a divine beast. Once I recultivate my power, I'm making you my mount. Everyone's gonna be so jealous. You were floored. One nest, a demon lord, and an empress. How is anyone supposed to just chill in peace? Wait, how am I even hearing their thoughts? Host. This system includes a mind-reading feature that scans the inner thoughts of same-tier beings within a 1-meter radius. Honestly, not bad. Perfect for keeping tabs on snakes in the grass. While you were still processing all of this, your demon lord brother had already rallied for round 2. Can't move that one. Fine, I'll go after a different egg. That pure white egg is rubbing me the wrong way. Feels like a threat. Yeah, you're next. He actually shifted his target to the Empress's egg. You perked right up. Demon Lord versus Empress? Oh, this is gonna be good. Sure enough, the little black bird started pushing the white egg the same way. And this time it actually moved, rolling dangerously close to the edge. You disgusting little black bird! The Empress's voice erupted in your head. You dare mess with my cultivation? Do you think I'm just gonna sit here? Crack! The white egg shattered from the inside, and out burst a stunningly beautiful snow-white little bird. Without a word, she spun around and went absolutely wild on the black birds behind. Ow, ow, ow! Did you just bite me? You wanna go? I fear no one. The black bird went full rage mode, spun around, and they started going beak to beak. 2 tiny birds flapping their stubby little wings, taking turns pecking each other like 2 kids throwing down in the street. You watched this whole thing with your jaw on the floor. Man, you wished you had popcorn. This was way more entertaining than any wrestling match. You were totally hooked when the system notification suddenly pinged. As the eldest sibling, Host has a responsibility to look after the younger ones. Please intervene immediately. Mission complete. Reward. 1 random talent ability, plus the system-certified title of eldest sibling. Alright, fine. If you're the big bro, putting your little siblings in their place is totally fair game. You stretched out a lazy wing. Time to step in. Over there, little black and little white had already taken it to a whole new level. I won't stop until you're completely broken. That's what it means to be the destined empress. Come at me, white bird. You're asking for it. Just then, BAM! A massive crash cut their fight short. They both spun around to see the biggest, roundest egg in the corner, completely obliterated. Out crawled a bird 3 times their size, round, chubby, and absolutely enormous. You didn't even do anything. Just spread your wings and stretched. And somehow you'd already wedged little black and little white into opposite corners of the nest, pinning them both completely. What in the world? This thing is way too fat! The Empress was shook. She'd sensed you were strong, but this was on a completely different level. The size gap here is more extreme than Shaq standing next to Kevin Hart. The Demon Lord was fuming, energy spiraling out of control. He finally understood why he couldn't push you earlier. Nothing in this world could move this thing. After pinning down the two little troublemakers, you yawned. That tiny stretch honestly felt like a full workout. So you just plopped down right in the middle of the nest, one wing draped over each of them and knocked out cold. Spiritual energy +1, +1, +1, +1. This is unacceptable, the absolute disrespect. The Demon Lord and the Empress had never been humiliated like this in their lives. They struggled with everything they had, desperately trying to wriggle out from under your wings. But it was useless. In the newborn hatchling phase, all your fancy techniques and divine powers mean nothing. Size and raw strength are everything. And you were the undisputed king. Fine, I give up, fat bird. I'm writing this down. I'm exhausted. You disgusting fat bird, one day I'm gonna pluck every feather off you and roast you on a spit. After what felt like forever, you finally woke up yawning and stretching. Right on cue, the system notification chimed. Congrats, host. Spiritual energy has crossed the 1,000 point mark. You've advanced to Tier 2 Beast. Sibling discipline mission complete. Reward, random talent, light as a swallow. Light as a swallow. Bird types are built for speed. This talent massively boosts the host's agility and quickness, making every movement impossibly light and swift. That talent came at the perfect moment. You were literally just stressing about being too fat to fly. Crisis averted. Wait, where did Little Black and Little White go? You looked all around and couldn't spot them, then glanced down and realized they were still pinned under your wings, practically squashed flat. Oh shoot, my bad, I slept way too hard, completely forgot you two were there. You chirped and squawked at them, not totally sure they could even understand you. After spending the entire afternoon as pillows, the Empress and the Demon Lord were finally free. The two little birds dragged themselves up, eyes glazed over with defeat and resignation. Your lesson had clearly hit home. They locked eyes, and in that one glance both understood the exact same thing. They had to team up. Otherwise, this fat bird was going to bully them straight into the grave. What you didn't know was that your two little siblings had already formed an anti-fat bird alliance behind your back. You woke up with a completely empty stomach. Just then, a loud screech rang out from the sky, and then something came hurtling down from above. Thwop. It landed dead center in the nest. You looked over and jumped back 2 steps in shock. It was this golden, glowing thing. Turned out it was actually a half-meter-long, thumb-thick little snake. Its tongue had been bitten off, already dead. Obviously, this was lunch, courtesy of Mom and Dad. Ha! Wake up and food is already served. This life is absolutely incredible. You waddled over excitedly, opened your beak wide, and went straight for the snake. Clank! Sparks flew everywhere. The scales didn't even flinch. Your beak, on the other hand, was in absolute agony. Ow, 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 ow. You clutched your beak, eyes watering up. The Empress caught your total fail, and her inner voice was absolutely dripping with smug satisfaction. LMAO, this dummy. Can he seriously not tell this is a Tier 2 golden scale serpent? Those scales are literally iron. Mom's clearly testing our beaks, which means we're probably eagles or falcons. Full-on apex predators. This fat bird clearly has zero clue. Probably just a big dumb brute with no brain. Nothing to worry about. The Demon Lord was quietly laughing to himself too. Just a big dumb tank. Once I get my power back, I'm making you my mount and riding you every day. Payback for today's humiliation. Go ahead and underestimate each other. I'll quietly level up and blow everyone's minds. You were grinning on the inside. Now that you knew this was a training exercise, why hold back? You locked onto a weak spot and went absolutely wild on the scales, pecking like crazy, pushing through the pain. In a world this brutal, if you want to survive, you've got to be hard on yourself. Little Black and Little White saw this and refused to be outdone. They each found a spot and started going at it too. The nest was a full-on clanging racket. In the end, you came out on top. You were the biggest, the most developed, and your beak was hands down the hardest. Crack! With one final fierce peck, a scale flew right off, exposing the tender meat underneath. You ripped off a huge chunk and swallowed it whole. The flavor? Rich, silky, sweet, honestly better than the finest salmon you'd ever tasted.